Victor, Rome wasn't built in one day.
I don't want to settle down, sweetheart. I feel strong.
But why do you have to overdo it? That's not wise.
So what if I wind up in the hospital? It beats prison, huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
Trouble, boss.
So what else is no trouble?
This is big time.
What is it?
The police have surrounded the grounds. There's cop cars all over the place. What's going on?
Well, if I know.
Maybe I can explain. Don't make one move. Don't give me the excuse I need.
All right, Phil. It's good to see you, Duke. Although I can't say I'm very fond of the calling card you got in your hand.
I'll ram it down your bloody throat if you don't cooperate.
Hey, kiddo. I'm all yours.
Okay, send the playmates outside. Send them for milk and cookies. Tell them not to make one false move, because believe me, old man, you'll be the first one to hit the ground.
All right, you go on.
No, I'm not going to...
Get out! You go on now. Duke isn't going to hurt me.
Go on.
Now, where were we?
You're going about quite nicely. Don't do anything to spoil your progress.
Hey, kiddo, what's making you so upset?
Guess.
I haven't the faintest idea.
Okay, I'll tell you. But stop me if you've heard it before. My wife and I have been to hell and back in the past year. She almost died. Our unborn child didn't even get a chance to see this world. And it's all because of your son.
Because of Julian. How can you hold him responsible for your troubles? Duke, he's been dead for nearly a year.
And he won't mind if I pay him back for all the mess he's caused me and my family.
Duke, you're not making sense.
What do you say the act, old man? Julian's alive. I know it, you know. The only thing I don't know is where he is. Now, you're going to tell me now. Tell me where he is.
You know that as well as I do. If I could have protected him, he would be here today.
That's a lie.
He died, Duke, saving your life. Now you come busting in here, waving that gun around like a stark-raving lunatic, or else, I don't know, you're playing some kind of cruel joke?
No. The joke's on me. Only thing, it took a year for me to get it. Now, do you want some real laughs? Why did we exchange some lies about Julian's dream? Do you think your son set out deliberately to ruin me and my family? Or do you think it was just some byproduct of some other noble endeavor of his?
I will not listen to slander of my son.
Slander? You can't slander people who are beneath any insult. Julian will not send my wife to prison. Now, you tell me, old man, where is he? You tell me now, or else I'll kill you. And that'll bring your dead son back to life.
I swear, Duke, I don't know what you're talking about. If Julian has come back from the grave, he certainly hasn't contacted me.
You better give him a message from me. You better tell him to turn himself into the police. That way he'll be safe from me. But if I find him before you do, he's a dead man.
What did you do to him? Victor! Victor, are you all right?
I will be. As soon as I've called Julian to warn him.
All right. Here we go. I just need a little tape here. A little tape. Breathe. Breathe.
No answer.
What does it mean? Is that good?
It is. If Julian finally took my advice and got out of town, God help him. If his only choice is between Lavery and Scorpio.
Now you're blaming my husband.
He blew the entire setup.
No, he didn't. You blew it. You blew it because you let your feelings get in the way of your judgment. But why didn't you hold on to your precious girlfriend and force her to tell us where Julian is? Now we don't know where either of them are.
We will if your husband will ever let us.
He was forced into taking things in his own
By
hands.
what? His own stupidity?
No, your stupidity.
First and foremost, Anna, I happen to be the police commissioner.
Yeah, you could have fooled me.
I know my job, and he had no right to interfere.
He wasn't interfering. He was just doing your job.
I can handle my job.
Then why am I still here and I'm not at home with my little daughter?
Nobody wants to reunite you two more than I do.
My husband, maybe. I don't think the police commissioner does.
If your husband interferes one more time, I'm going to have him arrested.
Why don't you just arrest everybody, Robert? Put them all behind bars. Everybody, that is, except the culprits. I think the only way you stay out of jail in this town is if you commit a crime.
Look, Anna, I'm real sorry that what's happened has happened. I'm doing all I can to remedy it.
Don't do me any favors. Don't do me any favors. I'm gonna go back to my seat. I always stood by you. Always. If ever there's been a problem, if ever your name was in doubt, I've always been there. I'll stand up for you right down the line. See, so fair, so objective. I think I'm being sold down the line. Commissioner, there's been a development at the Jerome house.
What sort of a development? Have him brought to my office the minute I get here.
Yes, sir. May I ask, have you got Julian?
No. We picked up your well-meaning husband.
What for?
A short time ago, he went to pay Victor Jerome a visit. He went armed.
Is he all right?
Well, no one's been shot. But the minute he gets to my office, he might wish he was dead. That I can promise you.
Ready? Look. I'm gonna ask a favor. I know it's against the rules, but I have to ask you.
Then
Please.
don't ask.
Please. I think something's wrong with my husband, and I need to make a phone call.
Okay, one call, a short one.
What are you doing here? I thought you left a long time ago.
I had a ton of work to catch up on. By the way, I lifted a legal pad from your desk. I hope you don't mind. I'll return it tomorrow.
Don't worry about it. You haven't eaten, have you?
I'll pick something up later.
There are some leftovers in the fridge if you like.
Thanks.
Well, don't get excited. It's not gourmet fare.
I'm sure it's fine. It always was.
I'll put some things out for you.
No, really, don't bother. I know my way around the kitchen, remember?
Yeah, I suppose you do.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead and ask.
Why didn't you come to Uruguay?
I have a few questions myself, but I don't see any point in really getting into this because if we both start firing at each other,
I think it's
somebody's gonna
important
get
for us to
hurt,
sit down and
nothing
talk
happens
about this,
to be done.
Bobbie.
Hello? A lie. How are you? Yeah, he's right here. I will tell him. Take care. That was Anna. Duke has been brought to Robert's office, and it sounds serious.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Will you look into it?
What are lawyers for? I'll have to take a rain check on the leftovers. Next time, maybe, huh?
Maybe.
I keep hoping I'll just wake up and find out this is a horrible nightmare.
Yeah, I know. Cheryl's probably thinking the same thing until she wakes up and finds out it never happened.
I don't know, why didn't you tell Robert earlier than this?
Honey, she was probably trying to protect Julian.
Protect Julian? She could have told me about it. At least I know what was bothering her all these days now, you know. We've become close. I don't know. She keeps all these stupid secrets from me. She never tells me anything, just
Yeah,
secrets.
from you and everyone else, she keeps secrets.
Everybody except Julian. I can just imagine how poor Robert feels about this.
Yeah, I know, and yet, you know, the worst is yet to come. Oh, the realization for him this whole thing is over with. Wow.
Why didn't she tell him?
Come on, Cheryl's a big girl. She takes her own chances.
Well, she didn't have to
Just
take it by
that?
herself. I mean, I could have helped her. She told me what the problem was. She's, you know, you can't help somebody unless they tell you.
Honey, all you can do with people is tell them that you're there for them. You're willing, ready, and able to help them. Now, you did that with Cheryl time and time and time again. Now it's up to her.
Just hope it's not too late.
Hey. Going over this thing again and again, it's only going to upset you more. Well, we'll give it a rest for tonight, huh? You wake up in the morning, you might feel differently.
Feel better? I know. I've been betrayed before, too. Makes you feel angry and foolish. I know you know it was a mistake to go to Scorpio. Trust is all we've got, finally. To know who we have in the world, who really loves us. You could have gone to Scorpio and told him the whole story. It would have been easy. But you didn't. You kept my name out of it because you love me. There aren't many people in the world that I could depend on to do that. Thank you. I love you, sweetheart.
Bloody hell. You should be out trying to find Julian and Cheryl's on a mantle. Leave me alone.
Found this on it. Thank you. That'll be all. You want to tell me what you were doing over at Victor's with a loaded gun?
Trying to get answers like what you should have been doing.
How did you find out about Julian?
What difference does it make?
It makes all the difference if you happen to know something that I don't.
What, so you can avoid the issue of the real problem, is that it?
The problem is mine, not yours.
I'm a little bit fed up with this official force you use. You strut about like a bloody peacock, barking out orders, pretending you really care to get suspects, and that's the last thing in your mind.
What I want is you out of my hair, Lavery.
And who's going to watch for crooked cops? That's what you call an officer of the law, isn't it? Whenever he allows a suspect to go free because she happens to be his lover. You'd do anything to keep Cheryl out of jail, am I right?
Listen to me! I'll say this once. For your sake and your wife's, you don't run around pointing guns at mob kingpins. Otherwise, you're going to wind up sleeping with the fishes.
Don't waste your time worrying about me, sir. I can take care of myself.
If you could, you wouldn't be here. Now, I'll try to make this real simple for you. You interfere in my business one more time, I'll accommodate you at the expense of the city. Then you can sit in jail all day and hold hands with your wife.
If you're really serious about finding Julian, why don't you start at the most obvious place? Go talk to his father.
Don't tell me how to do my job, Lavery.
And he'll probably tell you that he doesn't know anything, but you can take that with a pinch of salt. Same as you can take the fact he'll tell you he's an invalid and can't get around without a wheelchair.
They really put you in the crossfire this time, haven't they?
I didn't take this job to make any friends.
You didn't take it to lose any either, did you?
That really can't be helped. Look, all I really want to do is pinch Cheryl and the Jerome kid and find out once and for all what happened that fateful night in the St. John apartment. I just need some time.
I just hope I can give it to you. After watching that jury today, I wouldn't count on winning this case in court. If Anna's going to be saved, it's up to you, Robert.
Tonight, kids, guns, drugs. A lethal combination explodes on the season premiere of MacGyver.